But there is a UFC show this weekend. It's UFC Fight Night Newark. Joe, this is unusual and welcoming. I don't know what's going on in Newark. I don't know what's going on ESPN. But we have a main card prelim start time of noon Eastern and a main card start time of 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to throw a goddamn pizza party, Joe.
I think it's a great idea. You're right. Yeah, I love it.
I'm so excited. There's a lot of people that you guys have probably never heard of on these prelims, but we're going to hit you with these betting odds regardless. Hannah Goldie, a -165. Miranda Granger, a +145. Claudio Silva, a massive favorite,
Huge.
-410. Cole Williams, a +330. You have Matt Schnell, a -115. Jordan Espinoza, a -105. That is a virtual pick'em. You have Lauren Murphy, a +145, a traveled veteran, taking on Maria. What's her name? Mara Romero
Borella.
Okay, cool.
I can roll it, Borella, but that's fine.
That's what I wanted. She's a -165. You have the sister of Valentina Shevchenko, Antonina Shevchenko, a -145. Lucy Pudilova, a +125. You have Dong Hyun Ma, a +290 underdog. Scott Holtzman, a -350 favorite. Gerald Mearshart, a +145. Trevin Giles, a -165. And that's just like, I can't just keep grouping all the people that most people don't know about together because there's too many. This is not a big card. This is really a 2-3 fight card, Joe. When you look at these prelims, Mickey Gall, +105. Salim Tahori, a -125. What stands out to you? Because to me, there's not a lot. Could it be a great card? Yes, but nothing stands out to me.
Yeah, I just I'm paying close attention to that Shevchenko fight because Pudilova can pull this off. You got some value right there. Mickey Gall is getting no love from anybody right now. Those odds are kind of close considering, I mean, Mickey Gall does have a name, but I won't repeat what Diego Sanchez said about him. But other than that, that's interesting to note. The Borella Murphy fight's probably something we should be all paying attention to. But other than that, like you said, there's only so much in this card that you can really be like, huh? Who? Where? What?
Yeah, it's a bummer, man. Like, Mickey Gall's a guy that they want to keep, at least have somebody that people will be familiar with on these prelims. You have the name value of Antonina Shevchenko just because of who she's related to. That's nice. You have some emerging prospects in Goldie and Granger. Goldie looks like $1 million. You take one look at Hannah Goldie, Joe, and you realize, oh, okay, of course, if she's good at MMA, the UFC is going to want to push her because she looks like she could be a star. She looks like she could have crossover quality. I mean, she's just jacked to the gills, and she can fight. And that's the first thing you got to wonder. Can she fight? Yes, she can. I'm interested to see what she does. I mean, I'm telling you, she is a specimen. She looks like an action figure. It's unbelievable. But other than that, like, there are no fights that I'm like, oh, God, I got to see that fight. Lauren Murphy, I'm always interested to see her fight because she's the type of person that I feel could just go on a run. Like maybe some of that experience kicks in and she ends up going on that run. But Borella is like 2-1 in the UFC. This will be the first time she's had 2 UFC fights in a year. Just doesn't do it for me. Lauren Murphy will hang around no matter what. But I'm picking Goldie, Claudio Silva, Borella, probably Espinoza, Shevchenko, and Gall to win these fights. But then there's that main card. Trevin Giles looks interesting. Looks like somebody the UFC would like as well. I'm picking him. I got Holtzman over Dong Hyun Ma. Joakim Silva probably over Hak Paras. That fight is +205 Silva, -245 Hak Paras. But I can't think of anything here that makes, say, my cousin who makes sure to catch the big fights say, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch that on the prelims. Nothing.
No.
I am interested in Darko Stasic. He's a -130 against Kennedy Nzechukwu. Any thoughts on Stasic or his opponent as we go into the 2 fights where people actually know who these guys are?
Well, in terms of Darko, I mean, I've heard the name on numerous occasions. I think I watched 2 fights ago. I forgot who it was. Obviously, I've seen his UFC fights, but that Kimball victory was ridiculous with the elbows. Then he fights Devin Clark, and he goes to the decision. I mean, I think it was the Emil Zayev fight, which was a leg kick fight. I remember that fight way back when. That was a solid scrap there. But kid's a beast. He's tough as nails.
27, man. That Devin Clark loss. I think Devin Clark is a little bit better than a lot of people think he is. He's had some rough goes of it, but I mean, they put Stasic in there against a guy who had a lot more UFC experience than him.
Yeah, I mean, Kennedy goes on Dana White's Contender Series. He emerges victorious, then comes to the UFC, and then gets triangled, right, late in a fight. So it's tough to say. We'll see how this fight goes. I mean, both of these guys can finish fights early and find themselves in a bit of trouble if the fight does continue past the second, it goes into the third round. So remains to be seen.
And Stasic going to the decision with Clark. I mean, that's just how Clark wins his UFC fights. He's never had a finish. Yep. He grinds people out, manages to emerge victorious. I think this fight is going to be very exciting, but we'll see how it goes. And then Jim Miller versus Clay Guida. This will probably be pretty good. It doesn't mean a damn thing, Joe, and that's a bummer. It doesn't mean a damn thing, but it's your senior circuit card. That's what it's a fight.
It's a fun fight.
It's a fun fight. These guys seem like the kind of guys that have faced each other 237 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have they ever fought? I don't think they have.
I don't think they have, no.
They seem like the kind of guys that would have fought a lot, but they haven't. So here's the thing. Clay Guida beat BJ Penn. What does that mean? Who knows? But he's won 3 of his last 4. You've got Jim Miller, who's won 2 of his last 3. Somebody got to win, Joe. That's the joy of this.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to win, and they're a little bit more relevant again.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if they're
at least as far as the UFC marketing machine goes. Sure.
Could be, yeah. I mean, this one here to me just screams 15 minutes. It's going the distance. I mean, can Jim Miller submit Clay Guida? Absolutely. Can Clay Guida TKO Jim Miller? I don't know. Right? I mean, he's not going to knock him out. I don't think he'll knock him out. So if anyone has more of an opportunity to win this fight, I think it's actually Jim Miller. He's the favorite at -175. So remains to be seen. I just think that it's a fight it's labeled as 15 minutes. Maybe there's one of these guys has an ace up their sleeve we don't know about. We'll see. And we've seen them compete forever. So surprises aplenty. Who knows?
Main event. Now, this one matters. This is a fight that matters, but only Colby Covington's getting a title fight with a win here. -225 over Robbie Lawler, +185. Robbie Lawler can punch somebody in the face and put their lights out, Joe, but Colby Covington is very good at MMA. How do you see this one going?
Keeps his distance. I wish I could find out more if they've sparred. I'm sure they have. An American Top Team, right? That's the real litmus test that we should probably be paying attention to. But the odds disparity, the separation between, -225 for Colby Covington and a +185 for Robbie Lawler, that's pretty big, all things considered. But Colby Covington has a way of making things difficult for people, has a way of using his range, using his wrestling, using his speed. Not super fast, but enough to annoy. Using his range and distance. It'll be interesting to note if Robbie Lawler can close him down and land a bomb or two, because if he can't and he doesn't, Colby Covington's got 25 minutes to showcase his skill set and en route to Kamaru Usman. So interesting.
Now, though Robbie Lawler does have that reputation of being able to put your lights out, he's not finished a person since 2015.
Yeah.
Joe, he's not finished anybody before the 5th round since 2014. He's not finished anybody in the 1st round since 2013. That all bodes very well for Colby Covington, I believe. The booking of this fight.
Before you say anything else, I want to put a little bit of a caveat on that. Ben Askren about went to sleep.
That's a good point. That is an incredible point.
Cold in that 1st round, for the love of all things holy. I don't know how he stayed awake, because I mean, he took a knee to the face versus Masvidal and was out cold instantly.
Right.
And the next thing you know, but before that, he fights Robbie Lawler and had his brains rattled and wouldn't go to sleep. So interesting.
Yeah. You are completely right. So that ability is there.